Hey, what's up my beautiful friends? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are getting ready for 2021. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my goal setting tips. We're going to do a little review of my 2020 goals, see what I accomplished, what I didn't, and why. And I'll be sharing a little bit of my 2021 goals. We're going to set realistic goals. We're going to accomplish them, and we're going to do the damn thing. I'm also going to be sharing just a little bit of some of my productivity tips, some tools and systems to help keep you on track. So let's get right into the video. All right, so first, if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Miriam, and I share my journey as an actor and creator to inspire you to live a life that you love, pursuing the things that you love. So make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you never miss a video. I just have to say that I am not someone that likes to wait until the beginning of the year, a new month, a new anything. I think that you can implement changes and start to pursue any type of goal or passion or anything that you want to work on at any time in your life. Every day is a fresh start. Every moment is a fresh start. But I know that some of us just thinking of a whole new year can really help to reset our mood, and we're very motivated and we're determined. And however way you like to approach it, I think these tips will really help you. Not all of my goals are SMART goals, so when I go through this, I will tell you which ones were, which ones weren't, etc. So last year I did something really different where I used a 4-quadrant method, which is attributed to President Eisenhower. And this is really more of a activity to help you prioritize certain tasks and delegate, and to just focus on the most important things. It's based off of a quote that he said, which reads, "I have two kinds of problems, the urgent and the important. The urgent are not important, and the important are never urgent." So when I say that I applied the 4-quadrant method, I didn't break it down exactly the way that it is for tasks like important and urgent but not important, etc. But I use that system of dividing it into 4 categories. Pretty simple. Just take a piece of paper, a journal, whatever it is that you want to use. You draw a line down the middle, a line right across. So you basically have 4 sections, right? You have 4 boxes, 4 quadrants. And what I did this time was I chose 4 areas of my life. This is what you're going to do. You're going to choose 4 areas of your life, very specific areas. And you're going to give one big goal, just one, for each section. This is the goal that you are going to focus on for the entire year. After that, this is the most important step, but you want to break down that big goal. You want to write down how you are going to achieve that. What specifically are you going to do to help you to reach that goal? So the 4 areas that I chose to focus on were personal, lifestyle, health, and business. For personal, my big goal was saying no, setting boundaries, and not feeling guilty about it. This was huge for me. This was so big for me because I learned that I lacked boundaries, like severely, and I had gone most of my life without having boundaries. That is not good. That shit will catch up to you and it will take a toll. And if you're like me, I was super anxious, super depressed. It's very isolating, and I just didn't know how to deal with it. Setting boundaries and saying no was and still is very, very difficult for me, but I knew that it was the core of a lot of the issues that I was experiencing. So how was I going to get to that place where I could learn to say no, where I could set boundaries and not feel so guilty about it? I knew that I wanted to start therapy. That is something that I've always wanted to do, but I never did it. I can't even give you like a real reason why other than like insurance issues, but I wanted to find a therapist or like some type of life coach. I knew that I needed to take more time for myself. I wanted to journal more, and I wanted to read more. These goals were not necessarily smart. In terms of like, I didn't have a deadline for them. I just knew that I wanted to accomplish that within the year. For lifestyle, this is funny. So my main goal was to take mini trips around the US. I didn't even want to go fly to another country. I wanted to stay here and just do little things locally. How was I going to do that? I was not going to spend money on things that won't help me to achieve this goal. I would save more money, which of course in turn you have to make more money to save money. And I wanted to learn investing / trading. I don't know why I put that. Maybe I thought that it would help me to make more money so I could save more money. That was a big hell no. I didn't accomplish anything in the lifestyle category, and I think it's pretty obvious why. Hello, we were in a pandemic and we're still in a pandemic, and oddly enough I ended up spending more money during this time and not saving it. The lifestyle category was a total fail. Next area, health. is always a category for me. I wanted to just improve my stamina when it comes to cardio. And so how was I going to accomplish this? Run every day, at least 1 mile, cut back on refined sugars, and get more sleep so I could perform effectively. I did not accomplish anything on here, and a lot of it again had to do with the pandemic. It had to do with where I was emotionally. It had to do with the fact that I got sick for damn near a month, and that had a whole bunch of after effects that I'm still dealing with. And get more sleep so I can perform effectively. When you're anxious and worried, and it was such an uncertain year, it was very hard to sleep. I was up super late, and that just trickled down into a whole mess of things, which I'm sure you know about if you suffer from anxiety and, you know, things like that. That was a big fail. Moving on to business. For the first time ever, business for me was not about acting. What I wanted to do was to establish a strategy business for actors and content creators. How was I going to do that? Take classes to improve on skills that would help me to run a successful small business, and to just do basic research of sites and other tools that would help me to run an online business. I will say that I was successful there. Now, does my business look the way that I envisioned? No. But I did start it. I took classes. I got to get some help and advice from other online coaches. I learned to refine and be very specific with who my target demographic was, what my services were, all of that good stuff. So overall, I will say that on the business side, I am happy that I pushed through and I was able to accomplish that. So that was 2020. I feel I was successful in 2 of my categories, personal and business. When it came for 2021, what I did was I took the time to sit down and look over everything that I wrote for 2020, and I was very mindful of what I accomplished and why I didn't, and I wrote down the reasons why. And I want you guys to do this too. Before you get into your 2021 goals, go over what it is that you wanted to accomplish for 2020. Did you even write anything down? And if you didn't, write down why you didn't. And I want you to not be judgmental. Don't look at yourself as a failure if you didn't accomplish certain things. Just write it down for a sense of awareness. After you've reviewed your 2020 goals and you've written down what you accomplished, what you didn't, and why, we're gonna do the same exact activity. Another thing, I know a lot of people say to share your goals and to share it with the universe so that you are held accountable. I don't necessarily feel that way. I do believe in putting them out there in the universe in terms of writing them down, reading them out loud to yourself, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. You guys let me know in the comments how you feel about this, but I don't always like to share all of my goals. You just never know. There's some grimy people out there, but that's just me. You let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm going to be sharing some of them, and I'm not going to go into details, so just keep that in mind. Honestly, I kept the same categories. And the reason why I kept the same categories for this year was because, can we just get a do-over for 2020? Like, can we? I feel like 2020 shouldn't even count. So I kept the same categories. For personal, because I still struggle with saying no and establishing boundaries, that is still another goal of mine. I still want to learn to say no, establish firm boundaries, honor myself, and speak my mind. All of these play into each other, right? I can say no, and there are different ways of saying no. The reason why it's important for me at least, to establish the firm boundaries is because I need to honor myself. If I say no to something, if I establish a boundary, but then I don't even honor my own word and I go back on that, like, what? Think about the time someone has disrespected you. How did that make you feel? And here I am going to continue disrespecting myself. Like, no. So I know that I need to keep working on that, and I know I need to be more vocal and speak my mind. And when I'm uncomfortable with something, to say it. If I have a different opinion, to say it. How am I going to do that? I'm going to continue going to therapy. I also want to read 1 book a month. I totally failed on the reading front last year. Again, mentally, I wasn't there. I really couldn't focus. I had such a struggle to read even like the simplest of things. I struggled with memorizing lines, and I'm not that person. The only book that I was able to finish was The Artist's Way, which really helped me so much, so I highly recommend that. The book that I got myself to kick off reading 1 book a month, this is the book I will be reading for the month of January, The Big Leap. My friend Bobby, wonderful web designer, super talented woman all around. I love her to death. She would always post on her stories different pages and quotes from this book, book, and I'm like, clearly I need to get my hands on this book. It's a relatively short read. It looks like it's only about 216 pages. I think that my brain can handle it, so I'm really determined to get through that book and get back to reading, because I am a reader. I love to read, and I would read books all the time. So yes, read one book a month, and also start my morning pages again. So when I did the Artist Way, a big component of that is to do a stream of consciousness journaling every single morning, 3 pages uninterrupted, whatever comes to mind. Let me tell you, when it came time to reread my morning pages, I was just like, wow, I wrote that? That's how I was feeling? Wow, I'm pretty wise. I'm pretty intuitive. Why didn't I do anything with this? Morning pages is such a great way to get everything out, all your feelings, your frustrations, your dreams, your goals, your everything. Just get it out. So I definitely want to start my morning pages again in the health category. For the first time ever, I'm giving myself a deadline. This is a SMART goal. I want to lose 10 pounds by my birthday. My birthday is February 18th, and I want to lose a total of 20 pounds by June. I'm giving myself that wiggle room because I am very aware of my body type. It is a struggle for me to lose weight. I am up there in age. I have a slow metabolism. I'm giving myself that wiggle room. So even if I don't lose the 10 pounds by my birthday, I want to at least lose 20 by the end of June. How am I going to accomplish that? I'm going to work out 4 times a week. I'm going to start intermittent fasting again, and I am going to refrain once again from eating refined sugars Monday through Friday. As you can see, I said 4 times a week and only cutting out sugars Monday through Friday. Why? Because I know myself. I have been on the extreme end of this whole getting fit diet thing, and I don't want to fall into diet culture. I don't want to do anything extreme to lose weight. Been there, done that, especially as an actor, having to lose weight for a role, gain weight for a role, not having, you know, time. So doing it in very unhealthy ways, and I know that it is not sustainable, and I need to listen to my body and give it what it needs. So I'm going to start off slow. I say 4 times a week for working out, but I got to work my way up to that because I've been pretty inconsistent for like a month or so. I was only doing like 3 workouts a week, so we're going to build up to that, but I'm determined for business. Once again, I'm not even focusing on acting. Not that I don't have acting goals, but you know, my business is I want to relaunch my site. So if you guys don't know, I did launch a strategy site. It is called Boss and Conquer. It is specifically for actors and other content creators. I am a strategy coach, strategy consultant. I love content strategy, and I love helping people to refine what that strategy is, to reach their core demo, and to just market the things that they like to create online. Relaunch the site. This is one goal, but there's like 3 in this one goal. Relaunch the site, release 2 digital products, and publish 1 post a week on the blog site of my business page. How am I going to accomplish that? I am going to dedicate 2 to 3 days a week to working on the site. This doesn't have to be 2 to 3 full days from morning to night, but blocks of time of at least a couple of hours where I'm only focused on the website. I want to have a first draft of my digital product by the end of January. I already know what that product is. I've had a draft of it for years and I never did anything with it, so I clearly just need to update that, but that is already in progress. And I also want to take a Pinterest course. Pinterest is a huge traffic driver for me, and I really want to focus more on there. I have been able to get really decent at it, but I know that I could do better, and I've taken workshops before, but I've never paid for like a full course. So I want to find a course that is affordable. It's also going to help me for my personal site. So my last section, lifestyle. I put 2 big topics here for a reason, primarily because we're still in a pandemic and I don't feel comfortable traveling anywhere yet, but one of them is to go on a wellness retreat. I've always wanted to go on a wellness retreat, like for a week or 2 somewhere, completely disconnect. Like, I mean completely, like not even look at social, not post on social, not think about social, not think about posting, not think about anything. I just want that to be for me, my mind, my health, my everything. I've never ever done that, and I would love to do that. And the other one is not to engage in activities that aren't conducive to any of my goals. So those 2 big goals under the lifestyle can definitely fall under personal, it could fall under business, it could fall under health, but I left it under lifestyle because it is the everyday activities, our everyday habits that really are telling into how clear we are on goals, how clear we are on our boundaries, how serious we are about certain things. So I really want to not overdo it in certain activities that I know are going to take mental time away from any of my personal goals, from any of my health goals, for any of my business goals. And the other thing that I want to do, which may sound weird as an actor and content creator, but I want to spend less time on social media. And what I mean by that is I want to spend less time just browsing. I want to be more mindful of the time that I'm spending on social media and what I'm doing during that time. But the first time ever, I decided to break this down even with social media, because like I said, it's not that I don't have other goals in other areas of my life. It's just that I'm really choosing just 4 to focus on and to put most of my energy towards. In terms of being accountable and staying on track and productivity and all that stuff, I do have a video where I talk about my systems and tools that I use that help me to stay on track. I will link that video for you guys here in the card so you can check that out, but I will also link all other relevant videos in the description box. But some of the tools that I like to use is my planner, Google Calendar, Trello, Asana, a couple of other things, and in that video I go through these apps, how I use them, why I like them, why I don't like them. But being mindful of your time, content batching, blocking your time out, eliminating distractions is really going to help you with the daily tasks that are going to help you to achieve your bigger goal. Those are some of my goal setting tips. That is how I'm getting ready for 2021. I really hope that this video was useful for you. If you've never tried the 4-quadrant method, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Let me know also in the comments what your biggest takeaway was. Make sure to like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you never miss a video. I would love to have you join this family. But also, my next video, we are going to be content planning for 2021. We are doing some social media content planning. We're going to do it together. You guys are going to love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. Catch you on the next one. Bye.